Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is your host, Reese-c-clear, aka Minister Maurice. Once again, if I haven't told you, welcome to the new year. Even though we're halfway in, the Lord is telling me to make it clear to you guys as far as that He is in your life and as far as that He is doing everything that He told you that He was going to do, that He has called you by your name personally. So that is the reason why you're feeling like you're on track, and that is the reason why you're feeling like this is your winning season, because you've already won. The things that God intended to do for you, they are already done. For His will, it is done on earth as it is in heaven. However, some of you guys are also in the middle of a mindset change, aka this is your wilderness this year. Now, don't look at the wilderness like a bad thing or because it sounds like it may be bad, but it isn't. Because in the Exodus, they exited from a place that they were in to a new place that they were going. And there was a reason for the wilderness. We all need a wilderness. Once you have decided to go with God and He has decided to begin to walk with you instead of contrary to you, then He will bring you to your promised land through the wilderness. So the wilderness is where you get your new mindset. The wilderness is where the Lord gives you a new trade. The wilderness is where He gets you prepared for everything that you're going to be operating in when you step into the promised land. The wilderness is to get you equipped with the weapons that you need to be able to fight those giants that are already going to be on the land there. The wilderness is what you need to shake off all of those people who can't go with you, who are not meant to share in the promise of the Lord with you. Because in the wilderness, some people who were delivered from Egypt, they came into Exodus. In other words, some people would have made it to this side of 2025 with you, but then they won't be able to go forward into the rest of the 2025 with you. And then you yourself is not knowing this right now. So that's another reason for your wilderness, because there were some who were consumed in the wilderness. They could not receive the promises of God. It didn't matter that they had seen miracles. It didn't matter that they had witnessed all of the wonders that He had done for them while they were in Egypt. They wanted to return back to their old ways. So a lot of you guys have people in your lives that are the sort of people who, they don't honor any New Year's resolutions. I'm not saying that it's bad for those who don't try, but just as an example, like by this time of the year, even though we're still in the beginning of the year, by this time of the year, there's so many people who have dropped the things that they said that they were going to do. They tried, they started the year off with a great effort, but they have already gone back on those things. This is the equivalent of what it's like to have family ties and soul ties that you yourself weren't meant to be having them go with you going forward into your rest of your 2025. So the Lord is basically, those people will come this far, and then now they can't go any further, and you don't have any control over the matter. If you did have control, then you would have wasted a lot of time trying to force them and push them, and they would have wound up resenting you for the efforts that you put behind their lives. So the Lord has decided that no, you're going to put this effort into your own life. You're going to get these tools that I have for you in the wilderness. Now, what the wilderness also is you don't have to worry about anything. It's all provided for you. Within the wilderness, the Lord was allowing them to eat manna from heaven. In the wilderness, the children of God ate the same thing that the angels were eating in the heaven, except that some of them didn't know it. They didn't know that the manna, that little bitty coriander-looking seed thing that they were eating, was actually the bread of heaven. Within the wilderness, you're going to find your purpose. Within the wilderness, you're going to be able to see the magnificence of God, because He's going before you in a cloud. By day, He went before them in a cloud. By night, He went with them before them in a fiery cloud, so that the enemies of them would see it far and wide and know that God was with them. And your wilderness is going to be established that yes, this is the child of God. And your wilderness is going to be established that yes, God is guiding this man. God is guiding that woman. God is protecting and providing for this woman. God is doing everything that He said He's going to do for this man and for this woman. And you're a child of God. It's time to own that and move forward within your life, not just in 2025. Don't just get caught on the numbers of this year. We're talking about the rest of your entire life. The Lord has decided to bring you through this new change, because there were some things that you had to let go, and you cannot go back because some were consumed in the wilderness. As I said, you can't go back. He won't allow you to go back. They could never go back into Egypt. So instead, He allowed them to roam in the wilderness for 40 more years while they were consumed, and those who received the promise were able to receive it after those people were consumed. This isn't the case with you insofar as that you're not being brought through your wilderness to be consumed. So don't be caught up on those people who can't understand why they are being consumed. You have to continue to go forward with the plan of God, because you have called on him. He has answered you, and he's going to do everything for you. And he is just getting this thing tailor-made ready for you. And when you look back on this time, you're going to be like, wow, look at how far I have come. I say that over and over again because it's going to be a moment like that, a eureka moment like that, that even this moment can't even phantom it all. When you're looking back on this moment, put it into the comments when you find that moment happening to you. Like, man, you know, Reese, he said that. Minister Maurice, he said that. He said that this is exactly what it was going to be like. Because I want to know that the Lord has done this for you. I already know it now, but when you come into the blessing and realize that it is for what it is, then you come back to this channel, watch this video, and put your comments there. And God bless you throughout the rest of your journey and throughout the rest of your life. And I'm telling you that this whole thing is tailor-made. So even if it looks a little rocky at this moment, even if it's not feeling that good at this moment, it is the wilderness. That's what the wilderness is for. And if you look around your life, you will see that the Lord is providing everything for you. In the wilderness, they had what they needed, but not what they wanted. And then that's why they murmured and complained against God. Some of them did. So in other words, this is the example of you may want steak, but God may say, no, here's a burger instead. You may want fame and fortune right now in this point in your life, but God may say, no, here is a check instead for just enough money that's going to get you by to pay the phone bill and to pay the lights and gas and things that you need. But I'm not going to give you that bigger thing that you're seeking for right now. So your needs are provided, but your wants are left to the wayside. That is what the wilderness is about. Dropping off a lot of baggage. Some of you guys may be feeling a little down in the weather because you're literally having baggage removed out of your very life. Your soul ties are being severed. Relationships are being severed. Jobs are being severed. You're moving to new places. It's just being severed. And there's nothing that you can do about this, but just know that your needs will all be covered by the Lord, that they are already being covered by the Lord. So stay right with God.